Everyone faces problems every day. We find ourselves in situations that require a decision, possibly a decision that will have a lasting effect on others and the organization. The best way to approach these challenges is with an effective, repeatable process. And that's why I created the 352 decision making process. It comes from many years of experience and, yes, some mistakes along the way. Earlier in my life, I was a combat rescue helicopter crew member. Helicopters are complex machines, and ours were old, so I was involved in emergencies and difficult problems. Sometimes quick action was required, but often there was time to consider alternatives. No matter the situation, the first instruction in our flight manual and our fundamental rule was to maintain aircraft control, analyze the situation, and then take the appropriate action. This is the basic rule for any aircraft emergency, and it's a pretty good formula for approaching any problem or challenge that arises in everyday life. You'll be more likely to make a good decision if you first strive to maintain control of yourself, carefully analyze the problem, and then, and only then, take the appropriate action. Having a set process helps you accomplish these important steps, and that is the 352 process. Why 352? The process includes 10 steps, but sometimes there isn't time to accomplish all 10 steps. So I've divided them into 3 groups. The first 3 steps must be done even when there is little time. The next 5 can be more time dependent. And the last 2 are how you will implement your decision. So let's take a brief look at these 10 steps. Number 1, define the time frame. Determine when a decision is required so you can gauge how long to spend on the next steps. 2, define the issue. What is the real problem you're trying to solve? And 3, gather information. Approach the problem as though you know nothing about it. Learn the facts of the situation and don't let your own opinions cloud what you learn. Now, you may not have time to do these steps in great detail, but it's vital to know what the problem is you're dealing with rather than solving the wrong problem. The next 5 steps are the analysis process and require an open mind and some time. So do as much of the next 5 steps as time allows. Number 4, develop alternatives. There may be several ways to approach a problem. Consider several possibilities and don't fall in love with one solution just yet. Number 5, discuss potential solutions. Consult the experts and the people who will have to implement those solutions. Number 6, step back from the issue and look at it as a disinterested third party. This may be difficult, but it helps you see aspects of potential solutions that you might not have considered. Number 7, change your perspective. Consider your potential solution from the point of view of those who will have to implement it or will be affected by it. Number 8, set the issue aside. A little time away will give you an opportunity to regain your objectivity and give the issue a cooling off period. The last 2 steps are where you will take the appropriate action. So number 9 is decide and implement. Now is the time to pick an alternative and make a decision. And this can be harder than it sounds, but it's your responsibility as a leader. And number 10, evaluate. Mark a time in the future to check on the problem and the solution. If you adopt this process, these 10 steps, you'll find it easier to make a better decision no matter how much time is available. If you would like to learn about the 352 process, get the short course, which explains the steps in more detail, how to manage whatever time you have available, and how to use the process. The course also covers some other issues leaders face when dealing with problems and decisions, such as preconceived ideas working with the boss on the hardest decisions. You'll get the 352 manual and 5 videos that are about 10 minutes long. So go to the link below and get the 352 process course. It will make you a better problem solver and decision maker.